Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Two new knives from Kansept, I think brand new, or at least very, very new variations. I'm not sure exactly what's in here, but I'm excited. These are still completely wrapped up, so we're going to do this together. Thanks so much to Kansept for sending these in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. What do we have here? Two new ones, the Orion and the Superhawk. The Superhawk feels pretty heavy. Let's do the Orion first and see exactly what we've got here. Presumably, these are available, so I'm going to make sure that the appropriate links are in the description as always. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that is entirely up to you. I didn't actually look at the details there. Maybe you guys caught them. So the first one here being the Orion. Ah, yeah. So this, I've actually seen this all over Instagram. Okay, polished titanium. Not something that we typically see from Kansept. This is a nice additional, quality feature. I'm hoping that Kansept remains at the same reasonable price point that they have, but I do appreciate the attempt to do something different. Kansept really loves that black wash finish, don't they? It's fine. If you like the black wash finish, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but man, they love that. It's nice to have something a little bit different. We got some anodized areas in here. This looks really, really good. Looks like the back and the bevels are also anodized. Nice T8 hardware there. Very, very cool. Anodized pocket clip. What is going on with this blade? Do we have milling on the... Oh, that's a nice surprise, isn't it? I had no idea. Oh boy, I do like that. That's cool. And look how they did it. So oftentimes milling, what did we do for the steel? We did S35EN. So hopefully this remains at a reasonable price point. Oftentimes milling on the blade is very, very nice to look at, but depending on, where the friction is going to be created, it can slow you down during cuts. This, given that, I guess they assume the exact angle. I mean, if you're cutting straight down, right? But if you're cutting sort of in, making use of that belly, I think that the way that they have milled this makes this, that it's intentionally at this angle so it creates as little drag as possible while you're cutting. That is a super, super nice touch. I would love to see, moving forward, more companies do this. Not everybody's going to like it, and I don't want this to be an across-the-board change. I would like to see this be implemented on some production knives here and there, because it is cool, and it takes knives that are otherwise more of the same and gives them a little bit of a personality upgrade. This is extremely nice to look at, and can I feel it? Yes, I can. I mean, it's a meaningful milling knife. That's also, from my understanding, really hard on the machines. So that's probably a fairly costly thing to do if you work, especially if you are working with this in the context of making knives specifically, because there's a lot more involved than just milling a line into it, right? But that is very, very nice and very nicely done. It ends right there where that bevel drops towards the final cutting apex. So really nice. Now the knife functionally, outside of that, it feels just like you would expect from Kansept, really nice. Honestly, I feel like Kansept's action and detent tuning have improved. The whole knife does feel really, really good. And honestly, ergonomically, a little bit cramped in here just because of the size, but that's going to change depending on the size of your hand. It feels really good. Overall, I think this is a really, really nice knife, pending what the actual price tag is. It says CNC milling. Yeah, here you go. CNC milling, blue anodized, and machine satin titanium. That's really nice. Two big things that I've never seen before from Kansept. Really, really nice. Who designed this? Stout. Okay, there you go. That's does not surprise me at all. Looks like these are limited. 164 out of 400, so they made plenty of them. I mean, they made 400 of them if you want to pick one up. Bet they come in a bunch of different configurations. So, nice move, Kansept. I like that. I feel like you're going to get a lot of thumbs up, not from everybody, but for people, looking for something different. I think they're really going to appreciate that. So, that's really cool. This one here is this is definitely a heavier box. Superhawk from Warhawk Knives. Good deal. I feel like I've handled the Superhawk, but maybe they sent this to me because this is a different variation. Blackwash CPM S35VN, black anodized titanium hardware. Okay, let's find out what we're looking at here. Maybe it's the same size. I don't know. Oh, it's big. Okay. It's not exactly the same size. Wow. Okay, very, very cool. What is this coating? I would like to know. I'm going to guess it's similar to PVD. It looks like their typical blackwash, right? Nice flipper. A nice large folder without being ridiculously robust. I know that, a lot of times these big burly folders, the trend right now is to make them excessively thick. And what we have here is a thick knife, but not over the top. So if you like to carry larger titanium frame locks, which let me tell you, the knife world has a frustratingly short number of, or small number of, I don't know what it is with companies against making larger knives, right? They do periodically, but it's just the ratio, right? I mean, like the small to medium large knives kind of dominate. So this is a cool option, and this is contoured. Also, I want to point that out. No texturing. We've got a full backspacer. We have a titanium milled pocket clip that is unfortunately only mountable on one side, but nothing too crazy with the construction. So if you're comparing this, if you know what you're looking at, S35VN, looking back at Kansept's, general pricing over the years, no texturing, just kind of, fairly basic, but still cool in the sense that a larger knife is cool, right? And it is, by the way, very accessible in terms of the frame lock and extremely satisfying to deploy. Can you use that fuller? Absolutely, you can, definitely. You can also use, which I haven't done yet, the thumb studs, which are nice and big, so I appreciate that. Can we reverse flick it with the thumb studs? We absolutely can. So that's very cool. I hope that they put a nice sub $200 price tag on this guy. That would be really, really cool. And I say that just because that's where I expect Kansept to land. But then again, it wouldn't necessarily surprise me if they're slightly above. Yeah, this is cool. Typically, we don't see... And that's not true. Kansept does definitely make larger knives here and there, but I feel like they like to stay in this size. Both of these are very, very cool. I like them a lot. And no offense to Kansept, I would say half the time, maybe a little more than half the time, I'm slightly underwhelmed by the products that they're releasing. And I like both of these a lot. I think these are both super cool. Now, today's video is not a review. I need to spend some time with these knives, of course, before I can actually review them. But I will give you some specs, just some simple stuff here. Let's go ahead and measure each of them. So the Superhawk is 9 inches. That's a full-on, that's a big boy. We have a 3.85 inch blade, and we have 3.75 inches of cutting edge. And then the Orion is coming in at 7 1/4, maybe slightly less, 7 1/8. Blade length is coming in at 3 1/8, and your cutting edge is coming in at 3 inches on the dot. We should definitely weigh them, right? That would be silly not to weigh them. So this is a big guy, but it's not Titanic. I mean, if you watch my channel, I review some truly Titanic folding knives. So I'm going to guess this guy weighs in the 6.5 to 7.5 ounce territory. Okay, so 6.8 ounces is actually less than I thought it was. That's not crazy for the size of knife that this is, considering it's full titanium. And then the Orion, probably 3.5 to 4. Okay, 4.1. I'm getting better about judging weight. It's hard with balance, right? 4 ounces. All right, so within half an ounce there. So yeah, okay, there you go. 2 cool releases from Kansept. You guys can check them out now if you want, and all the variations by using the links in the description. Expect to see full reviews a few weeks down the road. Thanks again to Kansept for sending these in. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.